It also really touched me when we have sponsors that are willing to step up to the plate.
Yeah,
and really come through. So thank you, Mr. Hope.
Yeah. Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome.
Thank you so much.
And
we
appreciate it because I mean he stepped up at the last minute. I asked him at the last minute. And like I said, the reason he's back on the show, because like I said, I got about several emails, people wanting to know at this time, how would they prepare themselves for the taxes? How would they prepare themselves for unemployment? I had about, several different questions that I really can't answer because that ain't my field. I'm a showboat boy. Nah. But anyway, I really couldn't answer. So you hear, and one of the questions, like I said, one of the ladies asked as far as she wanted to know how would she prepare herself for a loan as far as getting her business started and stuff like that. So that was the one that I read, and I also read one about preparing for the taxes. When is the deadline? When do they need to do it? I mean, those are questions you have to answer. Okay, so
well, I can give you some brief answers to some of those questions. The first one about getting a loan for your business. This year, because of the pandemic, it was a year of, well, with our business, we got more involved in that type of business. They had the two types of loans, basically from the SBA. They had the disaster loan, and then they had the PPP, which, is basically to pay your payroll. So a lot of people, if you're a small business and you don't have very many employees, then they're interested in the disaster loan. And these types of loans, they come around anytime there's a disaster, either through FEMA. But this one was one specifically for businesses, and just the federal government making it easy for business owners, just put money into the business owners' hands so that they could put money, back in the economy and to the employees. Me personally, I think that for businesses, I think either way it goes, they're going to come around and do an individual stimulus for the $1,200. It's not going to be probably until after the inauguration, but at some particular point, they're going to do that. What they're going to do for businesses again, I'm kind of up in the air about it. I think if the Republicans would have remained in the White House, there would have been a greater chance that they will come back and do something for the businesses, just because Trump is a businessman and he understands, that business, or he has a philosophy that he believes in, that, give the business the money and that trickle down effect. And the wage earners will eventually get some, benefit from it. Democrats, they kind of look at it a little bit different, put it in the hands of the people. The business owners have too much money. That's the philosophy that they try to put across. But, they just really going to kind of give you small amounts like that. But everything counts. Everything matters to everyone. So we'll just have to wait and see. But definitely, just people, your guests, they just have to continue, especially the business owners. They have to continue to watch the news. And,
that's the biggest thing. Watch that news, man.
And anytime you see anything about, the SBA opening up those loans again, portals, opening up that portal, our information is First Hope Financial. You can get in touch with us at firsthopefinancial.com. You can go on our website. And you can get in contact with us at either one of our locations. The second question was about the taxes, and we're preparing. We're changing how we do business. We did open more locations, but those are physical locations. But we're also working on our online presence. And so, this year we have a website. We have, because of COVID, we want to encourage people to, be able to feel safe in doing their taxes online. And so we will have a secure portal site where you can upload your documents. You can choose your preparer. If you have to get on a video conference or FaceTime or what have you, to do that. If you want that face-to-face interaction, you could do that as well, and not come into an office location. But all of our office locations, we will have our PPE. We will try to as much. I bought large desks, so so there's more of the social distance.
Protocol of the COVID. Now I have a quick question about the taxes. Will everybody get unemployment
I
this
need to
year?
get a little
You
closer.
need to get a little closer.
It's probably been.
Mhm.
I know
Okay,
we're
well,
doing
we'll
it.
go to
But
JD now.
anyway,
We can get to JD
no,
and hear it loud and clear.
Anyway, I want to ask a question about the taxes with the unemployment. Since you didn't work a lot this year, do you find that as your wages?
No, well, I think I thought I touched on that on the last show. But what happens with that, and that's a good question, and it's going to be a big misconception that you do have to file it on your taxes. What happens is it's not earned income though. So when you elect to get unemployment, it asks you, do you want to have your taxes taken out? A lot of people not going to have the taxes taken out. They just need the extra money, and they don't think that that's going to come back and bite them later on. But it is, because you're going to be, that withholding money,
Right.
you're going to
Not
be,
there.
it's not there. And you're going to be,
Right.
held accountable for it.
But they didn't educate them before they did the form.
Correct. Well, they don't educate you on a lot of things when it
they
comes to that.
definitely-
Yeah.
They definitely don't educate you.
But-
But can you educate us just a little bit more? Just elaborate.
Well,
on that a little bit
the
more.
most important thing about that is not going to really, well, you have to look at it like this. A lot of unemployment, if you got it from the very beginning, then you possibly could have gotten $20,000 worth of
Mhm.
Or if you
unemployment.
got it from the beginning.
Correct. If you got it from,
I know people.
Well, sometimes they give you the back pay.
Yeah, the back pay.
well,
I know people.
it's
that got the
basically
back
when you
pay.
claim that you were laid off,
Mhm.
and you weren't working. And so, and there's two forms of it. There's, where your employer reports how
Mhm.
long you were working, so that the Unemployment Bureau or the DEO, or I don't know exactly what they're called.
DEO,
but they-
sure.
Yeah, but they actually know how long you were working. And then there's the side for self-employment
Mhm.
and independent contractors.
Mhm.
And those are the ones that just kind of state that, hey, I stopped working in March, and so that they can get that back pay. And, if you had $20,000 worth of income, you're probably going to owe about $2,000 in taxes,
Wow.
out of that.
Now,
and so-
what about this EIDL? Am I saying
Yeah,
right?
the EIDL loan.
EIDL?
That's the disaster loan.
Yeah. What about those? I know some people that have gotten like 25,000
Okay, well,
just on
the loans,
on that.
that's another misconception too. And people think that the loans count as income. And, I try to tell people that a loan is not income. A loan is debt. So it doesn't count. It doesn't count as income.
Yeah.
And,
They look at it.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
it's
Loan
debt.
is debt.
And so, but some people get them and use it as though it's income and just spend the money and whatnot. But, it's a loan and you have to repay it. Yeah, it can benefit you on your taxes, but, you have to have some tax liability, and, but it's not going to do it on this tax return because you're not repaying the debt until starting next year. And another thing with that, and I tell people this, I'm not, don't quote me on this, everyone out there, but a lot of people are going to default on those loans. It's going to be just like it was back in 2008 with the housing
Fannie Mae,
market.
Fannie Mae, huh?
Correct. They're going to default on those loans, and the government's going to have to do something. So,
Yeah.
there may be some type of forgiveness. Yeah. Well, they're not going to forgive the whole thing now, but
Yeah.
they're probably going to come up with,
Repercussions down the road.
they're probably going to come up with something. So
Let's